Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a product review, but it's going to be something that all of us probably should have in our vehicles, whether we realize it or not right now. And what better place to put this in a brand new Honda Ridgeline. So this is the latest pickup. As longtime viewers know, this is going to be actually my fourth second-gen Honda Ridgeline. I love the platform. I know its limitations. I know its capabilities. And I'm excited to take this thing out off-roading and have some fun with it. This has no bearing on the MDX, its capabilities, its off-roading. Every time I post a camping video taking the MDX Type S out and about into the great wilderness, there's so much hate. People saying I shouldn't be taking this vehicle out there. It's not made for that, yada, yada, yada. Correct, that may not be its intended purpose, but that doesn't mean that it's not capable. Nonetheless, there are some great lease deals right now on Honda Ridgeline, so if you're ever on the fence about grabbing one, now is the time to do it because this thing is a lot of fun. So let's take a look at what we're going to be working on today though for this brand new Ridgeline. It is REDTIGER's flagship dash cam. There are some features on this thing that I was really excited about when REDTIGER reached out to me about working with them on this dash cam, and also highlighting not only what it can do, its capabilities, but also the night vision aspect. So this industry first full color night vision. This is powered by the STARVIS 2 sensor, which everyone knows these Sony STARVIS sensors really are the gold standard for dash cams. It has advanced color restoration. The F17 Elite captures vivid, true-to-life footage even in low light. So this is going to be interesting to see how this thing performs at night. REDTIGER really touts the performance, the clarity, and how well this thing picks up low light and nighttime driving. So we're going to see whether we can identify faces, plates, obviously if there's critical events like people walking by the vehicle at night, and see how it actually performs. So this is a 3-channel dash cam, which means that you not only have the camera in the front, but you also have the cabin view built into the actual unit right here on the back of the camera. So when you mount this thing, you're going to want to be able to face it so that you can see within the cabin just fine. What's really cool about this camera though is that you can actually move the lens both on the front and on the cabin side so that it angles directly with how and where you want it. So in addition, we obviously have the rear right here. These are all equipped with the Sony STARVIS 2. We have the IMX678, 675, and then the rear is the cabin is the 307 here on the front. So what's really exciting about this is that the HDR captures ultra clear footage across all 3 of these. So we're gonna test them out and see how the cameras are capturing the footage across all 3 different views. And again, they wanted to highlight a few things on here, right? The full color night vision and parking mode. So many times night vision is black and white, it's grainy, it's not clear. This is full color night vision. So we're gonna be showing this even when the car is parked. In order to use this feature, you do need to have the Hardwire Kit because you have to have constant power going to the camera. So I'll show you that here in just a second, but that is an optional add-on. One of the things that I really appreciate is when companies take enough time and they care enough to provide packaging that actually feels like it's really high quality. Whether the camera is or not, we'll be the judge of that once we get it installed. But right now, just the unboxing feels really well put together. Everything has its own box, it's in its right spot. What's really nice is every one of these boxes shows exactly what's in it, so you know what you're looking for, and you know where you need to go back to if you need a little bit of help. And being in a truck, it's gonna be interesting to see where we wanna mount this thing to get the best view facing backwards. This really awesome diagram here makes it really easy to follow, to see all the different components of the dash cam. What's wonderful is this automatically comes with an SD card pre-built in. So let's go ahead and get this baby installed. Keep in mind, when you install this in your vehicle, it's going to be unique to your vehicle. All of the components are going to be the same, but you're going to have a plug-in into your 12-volt or a Hardwire Kit. You're going to have to mount your camera both forward-facing and the one that's in the rear. And then after that, it's pretty much using the camera and then you're done. So let's get this baby installed. Let's test it out. Let's run through a few different scenarios and actually see how it performs, because I'm excited to see how this thing does when we get it out on the road. So we have a 128 gig SD card, which means you're pretty much set up and ready to go as soon as you power on the unit. This is the power cable. It's straightforward, plugs right into your 12 volt, gives you a USB-A right back if you need to use it for anything, and it's just a USB-C that plugs right in to the top of the mount. So as you can see here, one is for power, one is for the rear, really easy to follow. The rear is just a USB-C cable. They give you a variety of adhesive clips. If you need to run this outside of tucking it in, we're gonna tuck in the wires behind the panels inside the truck. We have a variety of different adhesive mounts for the rear camera if we need to utilize this. What's really nice is you get these static clings. So you're going to put these on the glass and all the mounting points, so you're not putting adhesive directly on the glass of your vehicle if you ever need to remove it, which is awesome. We obviously have a trim panel tool, which is pretty standard across the industry. One difference with this I've noticed is that it has all of these supports in here, so it actually is relatively firm. Most of these you get, they're super flimsy, and this one is pretty darn stiff, so we'll be able to use this a little bit later. We have our user manual, and then this is our quick start guide for the app. Obviously, QR codes are the world right now. Basically getting this all set up. All the dash cams work the same. They're going to utilize a Wi-Fi network. The most important thing with this is it's Wi-Fi 6. So this is one of the most advanced Wi-Fi networks out right now, which is going to allow much faster speed when you're reviewing the video on the dash cam and also downloading it, because you're able to stream it from the unit to your phone a lot quicker. As promised, here's the Hardwire Kit. Guys, I'm really impressed with the REDTIGER products right now. So they give you fuse taps for multiple different size fuses that you could have in pretty much any vehicle. The Hardwire Kit may look scary, but it's literally 3 wires. You have your ground wire, you have your accessory wire, and then you have your constant wire. So these two are going to plug into these different fuse taps. And basically, once you've connected these things, you're gonna plug these into your fuse box on whatever always has constant power, like, you know, car's off, moving a seat back and forth, always has constant power. Accessory is going to be a lot more available, because a lot of things only get power when you turn the car on, and then you're just going to put this ground somewhere on your chassis. They give you this nice adhesive pad that you can stick actually onto the Hardwire unit here. But what's really cool is not only is this thing a smart system where it's going to tell you if the voltage is getting too low from your battery, perhaps your battery's older or it's draining for some odd reason, this will automatically shut off at different voltages, and this also will show you what the voltage is reading while the unit is operational, which is really handy. Okay, so we are ran. So we have our cable going in here, it's wrapping around, going up above here. We've got them coming through here all the way down to wired. We're going to tuck these wires away. We have our 2 fuse taps there, and then we are grounded. Okay, so let's take a look at some settings. There we go. So one of the really cool things is this has voice control. If I said something like turn off recording, you'll see this will stop recording, or turn on recording, and it starts back up. Super handy. I cannot believe how intuitive everything is. Now I set this up so I could almost use this screen as looking in the truck bed as far as behind me. But I wanted to show you, if you click on the gear icon, so this is touchscreen, it's very responsive. You have all of these sensors right available. So you want to make sure that you put this in a place where you can access this stuff. But we could change the time style if we want to do 24 hours instead of 12. The language, flicker, we can format the SD. This has GPS, so we can say if we want to have a GPS stamp on there, which I do. Taking a look at the settings here. This shows where the GPS satellites are connecting. We could flip the cameras if they need to be flipped in a certain orientation. Our parking mode right now is off, so we're going to put this into 12-hour recording. So what that's going to do is it's going to record. If this is parked for 12 hours, it'll loop and record for that long. The volume is here. I don't like volume on, so I have that off. Our G sensor, so I have it as pretty low, meaning you'd have to hit the vehicle pretty hard to have this thing turn on and start recording from it. Loop recording, I have this recording for 5-minute chunks at a time. And the resolution. So we can go through and we can change the resolution here for each one of these things, or I'm sorry, at least see what they are. And then yeah, we can go ahead and change it if we wanted to a lower resolution to try and save some of the SD card. But the SD card that it comes with is pretty big, so I'm gonna keep it all as high quality as I can. So we can change the views literally just by swiping this thing. So here we have all three, and you can keep swiping through and it changes whatever is the larger one here with all your different camera settings. And then you can have that one up front, you can have that one in the interior, or that one in the back. So I leave mine on right here so that I can see what's in the truck bed if I ever wanted to. Okay, so obviously this is the front view of the camera, and I wanted to display this video specifically because it goes through so many different lighting situations that you would encounter when you're driving. We're in a shadow right now, we're gonna turn the corner, we're gonna get hit directly with the sun, right in the camera lens, and you're able to see how the camera picks up the speed signs. We can see how fast we're supposed to be going. You can see license plates when we come to a stop. Even with the sun directly on the camera lens, it does a really good job with the contrast, being able to automatically mitigate some of the bright spots and still be able to see exactly what we need to see from a video recording. The cabin view has a really great lens on it as well. This really impressed me with the clarity that is actually from the interior camera lens. So not a ton to see here, but as you can see, this is still picking up the detail of like the black edition wording on the seat. The dogs look super clear. You can tell exactly where there are spots, where there don't have spots, and you can see the vehicles traveling behind the truck, and it's super clear. Okay, so here we have another view with a lot of light situations that you'd probably experience. So coming out of a tunnel to full sunlight, being able to see, obviously we just passed a biker right there. You can see the wording actually on the sticker in the truck bed of the Ridgeline. We're coming up. We'll be merging into traffic here in just a quick second, and you'll be able to see the license plates from the front license plate on these vehicles when we get a little bit closer. But this is sitting on the back window, which is very heavily tinted in the Ridgeline, and it still has a very good a color quality to it, so that you can actually make out exactly what the true colors are of what we're recording. Okay, so here is our first video of night driving with the REDTIGER F17 Elite. I think the video speaks for itself. The clarity, even as we pass like the sign right there, coming up to the street light, the level of detail with the night vision is pretty darn impressive. I have to admit, I'm a little surprised that it's this good. So we'll take a turn here and then we'll follow some vehicles. You're not getting a ton of overexposure from the lights. Taking a look, you can see the signs as we pass them right there. They're perfectly clear. We are able to make it out and actually see what that license plate says. Okay, so this is out of the back camera facing the rear of the vehicle, and it is dark. And it is dark not because the camera is a little bit off, it's dark because of the very dark tint on the rear window of the Ridgeline. So with that said, it is more difficult to see finer details as we're driving. I wanted to add a little more in-cabin footage too. As you can see from the timestamp, we're approaching 8:15 at night. It's dusk out. It's actually a lot more dim than what the camera's picking up. And that's kudos to the camera, because at this point, it should be a lot darker in the cabin. And as you can see, it looks pretty darn light, which is really impressive. Okay, and the last video is parking mode. So this is the time lapse from when I was in Costco. And at some point on here, it does get windy and the video actually changes from a time lapse to actual recording. So when the G sensor gets triggered, it literally switched over to actual recording, which is really nice. But as you can see, obviously super clear quality. You're able to follow along with what's going on with the vehicle and take a look back at when it was parked in case anything happened while you were away. What's really interesting in this clip here, I want you to look down at the timestamp. This is literally 1 in the morning, and it's really amazing to see the light that the camera picks up and also the color in the middle of the night, in the middle of being pitch black. Okay, so with that, the review is coming to an end. If you're looking for a really high quality 3-channel dash cam, the REDTIGER F17 Elite is a great choice. Not only does it give you super crystal clear 4K video, but it also has great clarity at night. The HDR function on this is really great. I think one of the best things that I didn't realize I liked on this was the actual screen. Most of the time getting these things, the screen is not very user-friendly. This one, the buttons are large, the grid layout's wonderful, and when you actually click something, it's super responsive and makes it really easy to use. In addition to that, what I found super fun was actually using the screen as an additional viewpoint. Having this in the back of the truck and being able to look into the truck bed on the actual size of the screen, it was a really great benefit. So I'm actually extremely impressed with this. I'm really happy with the quality, and the STARVIS 2 lenses really do add a nice touch to the quality of this unit. It's a little bulky size-wise, and this might be personal preference, but if you want an interior camera, this has it built into the actual main unit. Some are completely separate, so you could position it around your cabin however you want. But in this case, it works really well. The quality is really great. It's very clear. The dual layout of the cameras and the pivoting of the lenses makes it super user-friendly. If you're just plugging it into your 12 volt, you literally plug it in, stick it on, and you're done. It's that simple. This is a great pickup if you're looking for a quality dash cam for any vehicle.